Okay, so if you missed Brown Day on Friday, February 23rd, then this is going to be the Ed puzzle, and please take notes so you have an example problem, and then you will need to come get the hard copy homework assignment from me, but this is how you work those problems. Okay, so non-Mendelian means it's not dominant or recessive. You're used to big A is dominant, little a is recessive. Well, these are called non-Mendelian because it doesn't work like that. So the first example is incomplete dominance. That's when neither allele is dominant over the other. And the key here is the offspring's phenotype is a blend of the parents. So let's do a problem. We're going to cross a red snapdragon with a white snapdragon. They work the same as your little mini 4-box Punnett squares, your monohybrids. But the outcome, here's the key difference, the phenotype. So normally this would be a red snapdragon. However, since the offspring's phenotype is a blend, it's going to be pink because we've got a little bit of red and a little bit of white, and if they blend, it's pink. This problem has two different letters, which is legal. So we can have a black chicken times a white chicken. Again, it's the same. You're going to separate your alleles. You're going to fill out the little monohybrid Punnett square, and you're going to get gray chickens. Now, I think on the homework I asked you to cross two pink snapdragons, and they're just flowers. This is what they look like. So you would cross big R little r times big R little r, right? The only way to be red is to have two big R's. The only way to be white is to have two little r's. Okay, codominance, co means together. So this is when both alleles are dominant and they both show in the offspring's phenotype. So instead of a blend, you have both of them. So if we cross a red bull times a white cow, again, same little monohybrid crosses. You get 4 out of 4. Only this time, don't tell me you end up with a pink cow. You end up with one that has red and white hairs. Like this one. That's called a roan coat. R-O-A-N. It's also in cattle. So red and white hairs are present. Same black chicken times a white chicken. Right? They're all going to be BW. But this would be not a gray chicken, but black and white. If it's codominant, you're probably going to have two things for the phenotype. You know, red and white, black and white, because they both show through. Multiple alleles just means you have more than two alleles. A good example of this is blood type. So let's look at this chart first. This is the phenotype for blood, and these are the genotypes. Okay, so if I'm type A, and you might kind of put above, these are homozygous and these are heterozygous. That's heterozygous, that's homozygous. Okay, same, heterozygous, homozygous. So I can either have I can either be IA or IAIO for type A. Same with B. This is codominant, so you might write codominant out to the side because they both show through in the phenotype. And then O is recessive. So anytime you have an O, it's recessive. So A is dominant over O, B is dominant over O. So let's cross. And sometimes the I is a little I. So I'm going to do that because O is recessive. Or I mean O. Times, I don't know, let's do this, the codominant one. So when you do your Punnett square, and then you tally up what you got. I got 1 out of 4, IA. And yes, you have to have the I's. IA, IB. 1 out of 4, I'll write it right here. IA, IO. And 1 out of 4, IB, IO. So then when I go write the phenotype, these are type A. These are type AB because it's codominant. This guy would be type A. It's just heterozygous instead of homozygous. And this guy would be type B, right? Because those are the phenotypes. So you have to have their superscript, right? So you got to write the I and then a superscript letter. We're not going to cover pedigrees just to save time. Next page, sex-linked traits. These are traits on the X chromosome. So the easiest way to do this is dive into these. Oh, by the way, you do have to remember that that's a boy, right? Male. And then 2 X's is a female. You can use the symbols. Circle with an arrow is male, circle with a little cross is a female. Okay, so now you'll see that when I do the problem. Okay, so it says a man with hemophilia. Hemophilia is recessive, and I would have to tell you that in the problem, which I don't here, but that's why we're doing it together. All right, so if he's a guy and he has hemophilia, that's him. That's the bleeder's disease. When you cut yourself, you don't clot your blood and you would bleed out. So they have to take a clotting factor. Notice I don't put anything on my Y chromosome. There's nothing there. So don't ever put anything there. In sex-linked problems, that's not how they work. And he marries a woman that's a carrier. That means she has one bad gene, but technically does not have the disease. So they like to say she carries one bad gene and can give that gene to her kids, but she's normal. She does not have the bleeder's disease. So again, when you do the Punnett squares, you separate out your alleles. So I'm going to put him up here, and I'm going to put her over here. And then when we tally up what we got, I'm running out of room, so I'm going to erase this. We have 1 out of 4, X big H, X little h. 1 out of 4. I like to put my girls together and then my boys. Oops, that's a 4. That looks bad. So I could go girl, female, right? Male, male. Circle with an arrow. Now I have to go tell whether they are normal or have hemophilia. This girl would be normal. This girl would have hemophilia because she's got 2 little h's. That's a big H. So this would be normal. I'm a normal male. And this male would have hemophilia. So that's kind of what I want you to do when you do a sex-linked problem. By the way, boys often have sex-linked traits more often than girls do because boys only have to have 1 bad allele and girls have to have 2 bad alleles. So they end up getting sex-linked diseases more often because if they end up with the recessive allele, bam, they've got it. Whereas girls have to have both recessive alleles. We're going to skip this problem and then we're not going to do those. So listen to this Ed puzzle. If you were gone, I have you marked. You need to do this Ed puzzle, take notes, and then you will need to get the hard copy assignment for me. But they work like this. So